I got your back.
Right there.
Yeah, but Erica's also married to like a couple other guys.
Like Steph Curry.
Why are you standing on a chair?
Do we have a winner yet?
No.
What's the winner?
Not you, because
Aren't we having a moron contest?
those,
Yeah,
thank you.
Paige
Those chairs are like $80 a piece. That breaks the legs.
Why?
Why are they so much?
Yeah.
Because someone else's family eats off of the sales.
Why?
But this is fair.
Why?
The same reason that your dad
No,
works.
but who makes them?
Capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism.
It's the government.
I think I can.
Illuminati confirmed.
$10.
Sophomores.
Mr. Schneider.
Listen this time.
Listening.
You have a job to do today. It involves toothpick fish. I have whole bunches of toothpick fish. You need to read and follow directions. It involves genetics. It involves combination of genes from parental units, creating, what's that word? Offspring.
Little baby.
You will be in teams. Your teams are as follows: Erica Isabel, Alex Brooklyn, Hunter Taylor, Haley Ty, Riley Trevor, Paige Parker, Daniel Grace.
Gracie.
Gracie.
Grace.
Sorry. It's even spelled right in here.
Although
I said
Daniel,
it.
although
And just
Daniel
so you
Grace
know,
is a
don't
great
ever
name.
call me Brooke.
Daniel
because I
Grace.
really hate it.
Daniel
Brooke.
Grace.
Hey, Brooke.
Can we call you
Really?
Stream?
Brooke.
Harlem?
Now you're just being stereotypical.
Yeah.
Oh,
At least she used it right.
She used it right.
And she's got a Bronx attitude.
Yes. There you go.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Doubt it.
Not with that accent.
So,
Wrong accent there, bud.
I was close.
this one took 2 days last time.
Yes.
Holy crap balls.
I don't know if you're faster or slower than that, but you ain't gonna be slower than that, because
Wait.
2 days from now school's over.
It was the
right?
juniors from.
2 days from now, school's
Praise the Lord.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sophomores
next
last
We
night.
only have 2 more class periods, and then it's
Yay.
Christmas.
Woo!
Christmas. It was the
We have 2 more
sophomore
days after this.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, it's semester tests, and we don't have a semester test,
We're
so
most likely.
Oh no, technically we do because we have one for
I
English.
will.
so
I will tell you this.
technically we
This
do.
particular lab takes you from just simply creating DNA offshoots, creating those crosses and stuff, and takes you to the reason why the DNA crosses are so important. The other thing I will tell you is that in the past, people have failed to execute this lab correctly because, did you read the lab? Uh-huh. Did you read the lab? Uh-huh. And then at the end, did you read the lab? Well, I read the first page.
they were just trying to get it over with.
That's
They weren't trying to get it done right.
that's so me. That's
This
what, I
is
just
a
want to get it done.
really long
You're gonna fail. It's gonna be wrong. You're gonna have to go back and do it over. We had lots of kids doing it over last year. You do not want to be in the doing it over pile. That's a bad place to be.
Parker, we're not going to be in the do it over
How-
pile. We are
where's
gonna
our
be right
G-
the first time, 'cause
I have a
can't
question.
do it.
I have a question. I have a question.
We edit.
What is
We.
purity?
You need to
What's that
scroll.
word?
The one that you can see on the right is not the right one. You have to scroll.
If you go in alphabetical order.
Can we get started?
P-A. First starts with P-A. Right, starts with P-A.
That without scrolling.
Or it's a beat.
Reverse alphabetical order.
Can I use a beat?
He hits it.
That's how I remember it. It's not the one you can see. You have to scroll out.
Super funny.
I don't know why.
Did you see how it's super funny?
Mr.
Yeah,
Schneider,
it's
do you
very
plan on
funny.
doing that crossword?
Yes.
Gracie's,
Am I liable to move your stuff?
Are you all where you need to be?
No.
Get there.
Hey, come here, bud.
I asked you to move. Parker, how about you come here?
Do I have to repeat?
Hey, Mrs. Schneider,
Hey, what?
when you're done doing whatever you're doing,
Okay.
come here, please.
What do you
You
need to
cook
get up?
master.
No, we don't have the right
I
one. We
fixed
need
that.
the fully round.
With the 500.
No, but
Yeah,
I didn't
500
press the
milliliter one.
Mr. Schneider, I have a question. Do
Okay.
you have a 500 milliliter?
Oh,
one?
God, there's so many pages though.
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Try over here in this one.
I have some. Hey.
Okay.
Hmm.
Ah. Ah.
That's the one. I knew there was odd stuff over here, but I didn't know if there was what you're looking for.
What did you say?
Well, Walter White said that was top.
Terrible liar.
can't
sit
see
next to each other.
Because it's
And you're gonna want to.
Said my shoes are nice.
You can sit next to each other. Yeah, but you're gonna be right there. You know where
Each person.
You're gonna try to get not to say that.
I need that.
in our
In an RV.
Not say
down by the river.
Down by the river.
What can you say?
You're gonna live in the van down by the river. I'm gonna move your back.
On the edge.
Paige.
Whoa, how did you do that?
Why?
Just the edge.
Rubber and lay it almost flat.
Almost like
Just a
this.
little tiny bit of edge.
Watch.
It's like this.
Yep, in all different places.
For each pair, Taylor.
Why don't
For each pair,
you want them?
That rubbery stuff in there.
Okay, we need 8 of each color.
And then
Just a little bit stuff.
Rub a little like.
I'll look at it again.
Bang it fucking in, you can't bang it flat.
I'm kidding. What do you want?
I think hair would be
I'm not talking to you anymore, Paige.
Egg green is better than yellow.
You get the yellow.
What color are those? Are those normal? Yeah.
I think these would be classified as yellow.
Are those
I would go around a whole bunch of
You know, if you I think it was
Did you color all these toothpicks?
it was something like if you put nail polish remover down
Oh my
on the
gosh, I actually
bottom,
grabbed 8.
and
Wow,
then put like a
cool.
bunch of it was rubber bands or hair ties,
I want to color these.
and then heat it up,
Like a genotype,
and then you
right?
put it in cold water. The bottom
Does it really matter?
will pop off.
Taylor, you
Or you use it.
Hand me the yellow one, will ya?
look
Somebody.
like they've been stabbing people a couple times.
You can
I like
soak a
stabbing
regular
people.
piece of string in rubbing alcohol or.
Hey, Miss Schneider, how'd you get this red color on these toothpicks, huh?
I poked him in the ear several times until it stayed.
There was just red ones right here.
Is Mrs. Keller coming today?
Ow! Paige hurt herself, everyone. I think. Sorry, you got it.
Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
It's okay.
That's my unofficial title.
Hand me on the yellow one.
I got it.
Okay, it wasn't this way earlier. As of now, Paige is smarter than a toothpick.
Oh my god!
Smarter than a toothpick. What the toothpick first?
I need
I'm so glad that you're my partner, Paige.
She's smarter now.
We don't know. It took her a while.
I don't think she is smarter than the toothpicks.
Who needs some yellow ones?
Every grouping's two.
She may be smarter than the toothpicks, but not your job.
I'm pretty sure for each pair, I'm thinking for each.
Oh, sorry.
Here's the petri dish.
Daniel.
They're
Hey, my
glass.
thing got
Try not to
out.
bounce them.
Where's the yellow one?
What? What are you looking at me for?
You X'd out my thing.
No, I didn't. Didn't even touch your computer, Mrs. Schneider.
One key.
So, should I use the one that I downloaded?
Are you sure?
I'm just using the one I downloaded.
Riley, what else do we need?
Oh, that's so Mark. It says Pyrex right on the lid.
Mrs. Schneider,
It does not sound like that.
I have something to complain about these toothpicks. Just for the record, these are not yellow, they are tan.
And we just need one.
And in the instructions, it says tan.
They're fish. It's the refraction from the water. I don't know. She's got at least one more.
No, I don't.
He's got about 8. Do you?
I can't color. I can't draw on this.
Okay.
One of y'all done did it now.
What?
No, the one that you,
Man.
you have to go to your file folder.
Oh.
So you can't open it from there.
Aha!
Woo! Yeah, somebody is.
Counting, writing,
Left you by yourself.
breaking.
Combining.
I told him I wanted to be by myself.
I can't read, okay?
You didn't even.
Really? What? Okay. You don't want my help, do it yourself.
This is fair.
Thank you, Parker. Made my day.
What the deal is here?
There was less in there.
She made up an excuse.
Was it really?
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna, young people, you know us. You know that there are certain things that you are allowed to print and do that way. But printing everything and trying to do it on the paper and then transferring it over to the computer is not using the tool that our school has purchased for you. I know you get away with that in other classes.
What tool?
Not mine.
And this is my new favorite tool.
There you go.
Just saying.
That's a threat and a promise all in one.
He's just thinking about stealing your gas. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I'm gonna beat him with a rubber hose.
Beat you on the nose with rubber hose. Okay.
I don't know why that's here, but maybe freshmen is the right thing.
The freshmen, because they had a hose hanging all the way down to the end of the hallway, and then they were measuring, and then they were cutting.
So freshman is the answer.
Yeah.
Why do you need a rubber hose in the science room? Freshman.
Yes.
Yes.
Why do you need a board with names on it?
Because we're not waiting for
Freshmen.
you to get done.
Yellow, it would have to be wide.
Is that a list of people that have been whacked with the board?
Those are,
Probably. Jacob, Chris, Zach, and Nina. Probably.
You'll make fun of people like that.
but okay, perfect.
Make fun of you.
I just finished having a discussion.
Population of toothpick fish.
Toothpick fish.
Bum.
Dude, these toothpick fish are so realistic.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
try it. It's like I feel like they're being treated.
Why are you printing anything?
Green one is dominant to all the other
Because there'd have to be
red
a
is
sheet.
recessive. Yeah, I know, I heard that.
Or you could have one
Then
person.
you're not
show one
understanding what
computer.
page 1 is.
Yellow
Alright.
is recessive is here.
Mrs. Schneider, I have a
Okay,
question
so
for
we
you.
need to fill in this table.
I don't even know. Sweet.
No, he's not ignoring you. He was just giving
Each
you
toothpick
an
represents not a fish.
This is a good question.
She's not coming right there.
Me have a question. Mr. Schneider,
You're wanting for like.
Count your toothpicks, make sure you have 8. I already did that.
me have a
Figure out
question.
which of these combinations give right,
Right next to the EG, it clarifies.
So, number 2 it says figure out which gene combinations give raise to which fish colors and fill in the on the table. On the next page, so
But we have to
we just
fill out
put
the
like
table first.
double, wait, capital.
genotypes.
Where do the orange come from? First
Bro,
oh my god. Wait, so then,
I was thinking.
what's the E gene?
For example.
Okay, so then can we just put capital or capital?
Figure it out.
You're going to put all those genotypes that are possible.
Since R is since red is recessive green, do we put lowercase r's?
Figure out which gene combinations give
I don't know.
fish colors.
is that what it says? No, I don't know if I didn't read it correctly, but it says to find out which gene combination.
So.
Get gene raised to fish color, you fill the answers on the table.
Two red fish.
So what does your partner think?
I think we're gonna just.
Have you talked about it? And what do they think? Well, they put it in a bowl and then they do something with it, right?
We haven't done any.
I mean,
Right, but you don't want to copy what they do. You just want to talk to them and find out, clarify in your head.
Because I don't know.
Sophomores?
Oh, that's a good question. And your directions tell you. Yes, your lab tells you.
Sophomores.
Young people,
I don't know what.
Yes!
we're going to knock you back to freshman year. Listen,
No.
listen.
Remember the talk we had about a week ago about your bosses?
Yeah.
And how they're gonna tell you, I want this done, and don't mess it up, and then they're gonna walk away?
You're all fired.
Woo!
No kidding.
I'm just
I hate how you laugh at that.
I'm sorry.
Love that. I
Here's
Read Ask questions of your partner. Make sure they read. Ask the people next to you. Ask the people in the next group. Ask somebody else. Figure it out.
Wait,
You cannot please me by asking 7,000 questions. Asking 7,000 questions is the opposite of pleasing me.
It's like,
Don't be a teacher pleaser. Figure it out.
wait,
it's
Michelle,
like
I
if
have a
you
question.
have.
And she has something to add.
I do. This is what you're all doing. Stop and listen to me for a second. I've just given you a test question up on the board. It's cold outside. T-F.
F.
True.
Well, what's cold?
You are all doing exactly what Brooklyn just did. She's assuming this means true.
It's false because there's no such thing as cold.
You're
There
assuming
you
this is
go.
false. You are
I
all
said, well, what's cold? Nobody
You
gave
are,
me credit for
stop.
Shut up.
You are all assuming because you see something like a chart that you know exactly what to do with it, how you're going to use it, and how it's going to be developed. You must read and understand before you start pulling toothpicks. Because when you fill out that chart and you get to the end and you've done it incorrectly, you're doing it again.
And you might want to figure out what EG means.
I know EG
Example.
means.
Actually, it's Latin.
For what?
Brooklyn, you
I have a
can't just
question.
assume.
Mr.
It doesn't
Schneider.
work like
You know what
that.
they say about assuming?
Yes, we do.
It's like,
See, you guys see a chart.
And Taylor's right. There's no such thing as
But
cold.
if I were to
Mr.
ask
Schneider,
you right now,
I have a question.
that
If
chart.
you can bring me a bottle of cold, I'll give you $1 million.
Dude,
How about a bottle of wine?
No, that I can get.
alright, so
What's your first generation?
it says up
And what do
here
you do with
that
those pieces?
red is recessive to green, but equal to yellow, and yellow is recessive to green, but equal to. So, and would that be capital R and lowercase r and capital Y and lowercase y?
What do you
Okay,
use?
so
What are you two
I don't wanna do it
knotheads
wrong.
doing? We are not making a
wanna start
Christmas
over.
tree.
You can't please me by asking.
I will make a
What do you know about capitals and lowercase? Are you applying it correctly?
I can just tell.
Then go on.
And where do we get?
Go back and reread that table. Not that table, that this whole thing. Go back and reread that and figure out where orange comes from.
yeah, this makes no sense.
It's not done.
Figure out which things.
Bam! I did it! Mr. Schneider, I did it.
Yes.
So, because since red and yellow are both recessive, it would be lowercase r.
And if I tell you, you don't get to feel like that because you figured it out.
This is fair.
See? That's why we don't tell you stuff.
I'm a genius!
Yeah, same deal.
No one.
What does it mean to give rise to fish?
That's basic color.
What does it mean to give rise to things?
Bada bing, bada
Is that why when Paige stands on a chair, she is cuter because she's really tall?
Miss,
Because you know tall and cute are the same thing.
big, scary, open mouth.
They have to have.
Roar!
What does it mean
We
to
just
give rise to
created a
something?
fish,
oh,
y'all.
it's like creation.
There you go. So where do the fish colors come
Your
from?
that is spelled out.
Mr.
Well,
Schneider.
it says right
That
here.
is spelled out.
You should read my new blog, my newest one.
You're just jealous because you
So-
can't make a fish.
Did you make it today? Yeah. It's really cool. And I put a picture in it.
Don't,
But I did
don't
remember
look,
reading an awful
read, then look,
Mr. Schneider.
make sure you understand,
I have
then
blogs
fill
in
it out.
September.
Mrs. Schneider.
I'm getting
I have
there
a
again,
question.
so I have things
Can
to
I
blog
take a
about.
picture of our fish?
Anarchy and right in the street.
life.
So, it says, can two redfish mate have a green offspring? They can't, because green is dominant color.
But if you combine the three, are you missing?
Hey,
Well,
just
because I'm
right
just
in the
confused,
I
like,
got it.
because two redfish mate, how it's gonna make another redfish?
What are you confused about?
I've read this over 50 times, but still.
He asked you the question that he asked me to begin with.
Probably,
Fish hater.
Yeah, no, you
probably.
Fish
Just do it.
didn't. You're gonna.
Nike.
Oh,
But if you, if you were here, Nike, just do it.
Ah,
Nike, Nike.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Adidas.
Are you jealous?
I haven't seen anybody with
It's
anything.
probably like the most.
So, Mr. Schneider, Project done. Are you jealous of our fish?
Like,
Well, I know, because you're a woman.
I don't know what
like there's a, like if you have a green,
Exactly.
or it's
Look at that part. This is better. This is better.
dominant.
Figure it out yet?
It's
I'm really
a
hoping
fish.
for it.
It's a shark.
Yeah. It's a fish color.
Yes.
This is kind of color.
I do better than semester.
I actually blog at least 3 times a week at my phone.
Okay,
I'm proud of
so-
myself.
Yep, must be.
Project done.
Oh, wait.
Hold on.
Can
A
you
plus
name
today.
that structure that you're touching? The fin. What
So
fin?
let's see here. How do you get an orange fish? So let's see here.
No.
Red.
Ray shark. Clearly, this is the anal fin and this is the pectoral fin.
Why are they
This is the
called
tail
that?
Exactly.
fin. It doesn't have
They're
a
all
dorsal
little. This is the anal.
because
Alright.
right about here is the
Woohoo!
I'm confused. Listen, I am because
1/4 the time.
You what?
It can get. Why is that at the top?
That's not the top, that's the bottom.
That's the
Fish
bottom.
can't swim without fin.
Stop.
The pectoral fin are the ones right here that control the.
Mrs. Schneider
And you walk away, really?
And
we
12
built it
away.
Really?
Wow.
We built
to the
the
very
fish
next
and
day.
the-
To us, it would be right.
We built a fish that has to go upside down.
Wait,
Animal.
Mr. Schneider.
Poor
So-
animal.
Got it.
On B it says can 2
Fight
fish
me.
mate and have a red offspring. So
2 red fish.
no orange fish.
Orange fish.
Mate and get a red offspring.
In theory, if you
Because
this good
to get an orange fish you gotta have yellow and red.
Okay.
So yeah, that would make sense. You have to make a red.
Show me the genes that are in a red fish. That'd be up here, wouldn't it?
You get that.
So
Is that the only thing they can have?
no.
Or is there like 6 things that can make a red fish?
It could be lowercase or lowercase or.
Let's go back.
No, it can't be capital because it's recessive.
Green and red.
Because red is recessive too.
If it's capital, it's recessive, why is there a capital in the first place?
Fish, we can have
So it'd be like that.
That makes
Okay.
sense though, but.
Because it's recessive to green, but it's equal to yellow.
So put them back in the
So red and yellow are equal to each other.
Okay. And that's how you make an orange fish?
Figured out how you get yellow.
Yeah.
Combine green and red.
Because orange is also would be double lowercase because that's recessive also.
Together, then green is down like so.
What did you just tell me about how you make an orange fish?
Okay.
You gotta take the red and the yellow together.
Because with colors
Why
it
does it
works,
say
but with jeans it doesn't. Oh wait,
So it'd be
Yellow fish don't have to be white. Yellow.
Maybe if you use this. Unless
Or-
Mr. Schneider did the same thing, but you had.
Slap some sense in it.
I'm gonna slap
You guys figure out.
You can't slap me.
But this is my question.
Deal with the two a little.
I gotta beat him with a rubber hose? Because?
Blow your nose with a rubber hose. That's what I was thinking about.
Guys, if this is your eye colors, you're all being a little bit moronic at this point. You're doing exactly where we started with this. This is where you guys all want to go. You want to do blue, and you want to do brown, and you want to do green.
No, you can't.
How many letters can you have?
I'm seeing an awful lot of that.
What'd I hear? 2. You can have 2,
So what about
according to Taylor.
I
BB?
only have 1 letter.
Why?
Well, is it capital and lowercase?
Capital and lowercase would be the difference.
Howdy.
That's why that chart is so important for you to figure out before you go on. That very first chart that you guys do is probably the most important because it's going to set you up for the information you put down in the other chart.
Yeah, if you're headed for Rapid City and you see the sign that says Wagner City Limits, you might want to at least slow down and think about it.
Or you're headed to Rapid and it says Minnesota.
Welcome to Michigan.
Welcome to Michigan.
Wait, time out.
Wait,
Hang on a minute. That very first chart is simply asking you to put down the possible genotypes to identify the possible phenotypes.
So
I
like,
figured
can we
it
have
out.
capital B and then
and,
little b?
and wait, doesn't it say that? On the left it says fish color. Do you not automatically in your brain say phenotype?
Yeah.
And when it says gene combinations, do you not automatically say genotype?
So we're not allowed to put two different letters together.
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
Well, not
No.
equal to different
On the
letters.
orange one, you have to.
Not two.
No, because the orange one you have to.
But they have two letters.
does Gracie have a blonde allele and a brown allele?
Yeah.
Probably.
But
That's the
they're
same letter.
identified by the same letter.
No, what if you have green eyes?
I have purple eyes.
Does that mean you have
It's actually possible.
Is it really?
lowercase b and a
It's super rare.
uppercase b and got
Dude.
green?
That's what my old
Oh, my kid has purple eyes.
What do you get?
It's super rare.
That would be legit.
Look it up.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me that this is brown and this is blue. What's green?
Capital G. No, it's two lowercase g's, isn't it?
Is green dominant?
No.
Green can't be dominant.
Well, according to this, it is.
It's too low.
That's fish, I'm talking eyeballs.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
those are
Never
like
mind.
awesome.
Even eyeballs.
Whoa.
No, it would have to be too low.
Recessive to what?
Dude, those are awesome.
Brown.
It's just ignore it, I don't know. It's recessive to blue.
It's super rare,
Correct.
but it's possible.
But that's
my
not
kid has
going to
purple
be
eyes.
what you put down.
Dude,
But
that's
we-
You would put B first and then G.
Does it matter?
Capital.
That's the same trait.
It's the same thing.
Let's just
So how do you
take
write
a
it?
letter.
Let's just take a nap.
It's already 11:30.
Who said that?
Over
Trevor.
it first.
I know, but these
Wait.
say that they're co-dominant, so that
Let's
means.
take a
Mr.
nap
Schneider,
tomorrow.
I have a question about the
So which-
assignment.
Do we use uppercase or lowercase, and which one goes first?
So let's take a time out.
You
What colors do we have for the fish?
red,
Green, red, yellow, and orange.
What colors are dominant?
green.
How have you indicated that on your chart?
Capital.
No. Listen to me. How have you indicated it on your paper? What is dominant and what is not dominant?
By the first chart that they give us.
No. How have you indicated that you now understand? Look at that very first chart. Why haven't you highlighted those that are dominant? Or written beside dominant? Or right co-dominant?
Because you can
Because it's
tell.
red on it.
do that right now.
Listen, what you guys want to do is keep going back and forth to the text. You know the information, write it in.
Ready and where?
That's too easy, Mr.
There's a
Schneider.
big old empty space right next to the green. If I'm doing this, I'm writing dominant right there.
So am I.
Okay, here, what
And next to the red, what am I gonna write?
Code down with
Co-dominant W slash
yellow.
yellow.
Okay, so what is dominant?
And that probably means that yellow is,
Hello.
Red.
you would
What
think,
else is dominant?
you know, reciprocity and all, right?
Green.
Red is one of those yellow.
Reciprocity is where we
They're
let
like
Minnesota
shiny
kids come here with
plastic.
So it's just
tuition
green
instead of out of
dominant.
state.
All
And they do the same for us.
dominant.
There.
And then we get to the bottom.
And yellow
So for orange would be
Wait,
lowercase r and lowercase y.
co-dominant.
No.
Think, don't talk.
And lowercase r and
It's box.
lowercase
I don't know what.
g.
Mr. Schneider.
Does that table look like super easy right now?
No.
No,
Yeah, so easy, I know exactly what I'm
orange.
I'm gonna help him clarify something, but I wanna chat with him real quick first.
I think I figured this out.
Doubt
The
it.
very next day.
What
Alright
up,
guys, we're all
what?
gonna feel when we're all.
Why is the little bee in front of the big bee?
This is the stupidest part.
Let's just look.
It's still dominant.
Look, I can draw with this, guys.
A duck walked up to a lemonade stand and he said to the man, run a stand, hey, bum bum bum. Got any grapes?
I don't know, Daniel. Figure it out yourself. That's what you told me.
Oh,
Yeah.
snibbity snap, damn.
Got him!
That's
We
impossible.
broke something.
Nope, it isn't impossible.
That's impossible.
It's not impossible.
Mr. Schneider.
Hang on a minute, I just clarified.
What allele is that?
A green.
Green
It's
slash
not-
red.
You can't combine letters.
That's not an allele, that's two alleles.
Green.
If you put two letters down, you put two alleles down.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, darn it.
It's a pair of wheels.
That's a pair of alleles. That's a green and a red.
Zero.
That's not a green. You can't use GR for green.
Why? That's dumb.
You can't. Because you can't. Because you can't, because you can't, because you
I
can't.
thought we could switch.
Why is the G capital?
It's
It's
dominant
dominant.
over
Why is it
red.
R little?
Because it's recessive.
Can you change those?
No.
But what if I have, did you say orange is always recessive?
Orange
Yeah.
is
Orange is a
codominant.
combination of
So-
red and yellow.
When I combine red and orange, I should do that?
No.
No, they both need to be either lowercase or recessive or dominant.
But red is dominant to orange.
But
It is.
it also says in that first part that the only way to get orange is to make R red and yellow.
So you're telling me I have to do this?
No, because you can't. No, because red and yellow are codominant. So it has to be capital R and capital Y, wouldn't it?
Or lowercase r and lowercase y.
Is this dominant?
Yeah.
It says it is. Does your text say red is dominant?
No.
It says that codominant.
But it's still
Then you
saying.
can't have a capital R. The end. If it doesn't say red is dominant, there's no such thing as a capital R.
Well, it does have dominant in it.
That's codominant, that's different.
They have to be the same.
I think I got this figured out.
Go for it.
Even without the chart,
I think
because I'm on B
In order
and I have
for
a
us to
question
be
on that.
co-teachers, don't we both have to be on the same level?
Wait, so could you have
don't know
two
if we're
capital
friends, 'cause
letters,
you
like a capital R and then a capital Y?
We're just gonna invent
No,
that and
they're
it'll
not
help us.
dominant.
Because they're not dominant. You can't have a capital R
Okay,
ever
but
for
that-
any
well,
reason.
that's just-
Stop.
I know A.
Okay, you said we can't
What's
have two
A?
different letters, and you're putting
You cannot-
two different letters.
You
R
cannot
and Y.
make
Kind of-
two red fish mate to make a green fish.
Obviously.
Because
Can we
green
do it?
is dominant.
Here's what, okay, as soon as
Plus
he simply
codominant.
said to you, just a minute guys, quiet, just a little bit. As soon as he said to you to make that D and G together, all of you went back and changed your things to indicate the color of it. So you did, how do you make an orange fish?
Red and
Lowercase r, lowercase y.
How do you make a yellow fish?
Lowercase y, lowercase
Lolo.
y.
How do you make a red fish?
Lowercase r.
A lot of you went around and all of a sudden you started changing to green and red to indicate the allele as the phenotype as well as the genotype. So you made green GR.
what?
And green should be what? What are the possible ways to have a green genotype?
Capital G,
GR.
lowercase g, capital G, capital
And lowercase g, lowercase.
No, you
Saying
no,
that won't work.
no, you can't do lowercase g's because
Yeah, that
then
won't
the
work.
Are we
recessive.
breaking rules in this lab?
Yeah.
So what's the recessive of a green fish? What's the phenotype of a recessive green fish?
Red and yellow because they're recessive to me.
It could
It
have
could be any
red
red or
allele in it.
yellow.
Or a or
I
or a
didn't
yellow.
hear her because they were talking first. So
Say it again.
Well, it could be, the recessive could be red or yellow, because we have to have a capital G and a lowercase g, and we don't know which one it is. Oh, I thought you said you couldn't.
yeah,
get
and
it
that
all
is
the
not
time.
correct.
Wrong.
Time out. That is not correct.
You need to like put it in
Is there any other way to do it in this lab?
Can you put a
Yes.
slash by it? or
For the
anything?
reds.
You can't put a slash by it. It doesn't work like that.
I was thinking put.
Can we just break the rules and go with it?
Yeah, I agree with Daniel. Let's just say screw it, and if it and
No,
Go
like
for
a
it.
G slash yeah, like that.
Haley, it doesn't work like that. It's two different genes.
Let's play taking
I
that.
don't know.
Let's play just forget about the real rules and go with what we
If
say.
you have
Yes.
a red fish crossed with a homozygous dominant green fish,
You can get a green fish.
what's the genotype of the offspring?
You
It
get
could be capital.
They're all
Oh, yeah.
GR.
It's GR. There's no other way to do it. This one only has lowercase r's to contribute. There's going to be a lowercase r in your offspring.
So you can.
You have to. Why do we do this? Time out. This is super important. Why are you allowed to do this now when you couldn't do it before?
Because there's no other way to represent it.
Because Mr.
How many-
Schneider told you.
How many things have we always dealt with in the past?
A lot.
Two.
Two.
We have three now.
Brown, blonde.
You
The
have
end.
four.
We didn't deal with red and green. We didn't deal with blue. We didn't deal with black hair. We dealt with brown and blonde. The end.
And then you could with
Is that real life?
No.
No. This is the way it works in real life. You have whole bunches of options. And you have to keep them straight.
Oh, Gunderson.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
No.
If they are recessive 24/7, 365. All the way through the assignment.
Okay.
I feel bad for the guys that actually sit down and do this like for their job.
They're down it. All the way through. They're
I
in.
would like kill myself.
Genetic counselors, Stanford, Sioux Falls.
No.
People that have genetic diseases that get passed. People come in, do gene screenings, and they counsel the kids, and they say there's a 72% chance your kid's going to have this disease if you marry that woman. Are you sure you want to have kids?
They do that?
Yes, they
For a
do that.
living?
Still married.
Yes.
No, thank you.
That's a lot of money.
Mrs. Schneider, can you come and help me with this?
Just a minute.
Questions now. Is this clear?
Nap
Yes, I
time.
understand this now. That I had it really
This is different than what we've been doing
For this
No, I think-
lab,
because we have multiple alleles.
Or I'm just gonna
We have green, yellow, red.
orange.
Is there an orange allele?
No,
now.
you just have a cross.
Orange is
between
only a
our
blank, not a blank.
go. Recessive, not a dot.
Orange is only a phenotype, not a genotype.
The genotypes are
So there
Y.
won't, how many O's will there be in your answers?
None.
None. None
Unless you
O's.
want to fail.
Well, there's
So
that.
if you combine a green and an orange fish, oh yeah, there's no such thing as O.
You can't do that.
You're actually crossing
Yes, you
a
can.
GG with RY.
Okay, no, but like, yeah, so you combining a G with a capital G with an RY, so you could get.
And that's why
I don't
that
even
first
know
chart
what
is
you
so,
get.
a lot of you just have simply one genotype for each of those boxes, and that's not necessarily a true thing to do.
What are the alleles present in this fish?
Green and red.
A green and a red. Is there any other way to get a green fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A G and a
Green and
Y.
yellow.
Agreed.
A green and a
That's what I
green.
was thinking we were supposed to do.
And a green
Oh
and
my
orange.
God.
Orange would have an R and a Y.
Right.
I
So-
love these.
That already counts as that.
Oh,
So we did this wrong.
All right.
No, nobody had the number that they needed in them, Daniel.
So nobody did it right.
This is big time important. If you start this way, you're headed for Rapid City by going through Wacker.
Oh.
You have to have all the possible combinations ad nauseum.
You gotta have all of these or else you're going the wrong way.
That's all of
but
them.
then.
How you hand
Well, that's all of them for green. At least that's what you
For
said.
green,
And
you
then
don't
red,
have to
yellow,
speak
orange,
fast.
you have one sheet.
You tell
You
me.
do not to homozygous recessive green.
Does anybody need to keep all this gibberish?
Yeah, please keep it up there.
Red
one was the RR and then the other one
There's only one.
All right, Mrs. Schneider, come here.
Minute basis.
The only way to get a
Oh!
red fish is in is
They're whispering and talking about us.
We got all of our combinations. Oh my goodness.
All right.
Sorry,
So,
Back to the questions where we were.
okay, for these two, since they're recessive, you have to have two.
Yes. No, we don't have this.
And feel.
We had
Okay.
this exact
So-
thing
I
earlier.
understand
On
that.
B.
And I'm telling you, you wanna go with that limited number, that's possible. Go for it.
Green, so green is
What is
dominant,
not
right?
there?
So B. So can
What
two
is
orange fish mate?
Yeah, green is dominant.
Yes, they can
How do you
because
guys have that?
an orange fish can get a red and a.
Yeah.
You have
We
a
have
red
that.
gene in there. It's a 50-50.
And it's not right, apparently.
Sounds like you got it. Why are you bugging me?
Codominant with yellow.
Go to town.
I hate this.
You get a red.
No.
trusting yourself.
No. Put the box in the right place.
Same with you.
Erica, that's my
And
problem
yellows
right
go
now,
down.
too.
Just like most of your
I'll
class.
ask Mr.
You
Schneider.
ain't trusting
Mr.
yourself.
Schneider, stay away.
And again, I'm looking for you to start.
Figure it out yourself.
Here, how you know.
Danielle. Mr. Schneider, come here before Mr. Schneider comes here.
Okay, well, do you want to show one from red and yellow?
Okay. What combination are
Who's
we
in a group
missing?
with Daniel?
Really correct.
I know it's the orange.
We went through this, Mr. Schneider said we're wrong again.
No, that, Daniel, that is not what I said to you. I said to make sure you've got all of the possible combinations.
I think we did, but you said it in a way
Have
that
you talked to Gracie?
Yes.
If you don't have
we did
them
this
all,
together.
you might screw yourself up later.
But how do you, but you
I was gonna say, I don't think any other way.
recessive R's to get red. So how do you?
How do you do it?
There's no other ways. We got them all.
It's just like RR.
Fuck, did you
And
know?
move on if you got them all. But make sure you got them all. That's what she's saying.
There's nothing up
Just
there.
you
I have no idea.
You say you make sure.
Listen, young people, we've been working on this since the beginning of the flippin' year. I'm gonna ask you questions. I'm gonna ask you questions to see if why you put the answer down that you put down, you know why you put down.
Okay.
Right here, you guys are telling me that I can ask you anything and you're gonna question the answer. Because you don't know if you're right or not.
And even when you know you're right, you want to make her happy, so she's asking a question, so you have to be wrong. So
Because here's all I
change it.
have to do. You're not right.
And then you make
And
us
then
wanna
you
cry.
Let's just ignore Miss Schneider, guys.
Do you
How about
know
if you
why
know you're
you
right?
put the answer down
Yes.
that you put down?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can explain it to me.
Yeah.
And you know you're right. First of all.
And
Yeah.
all mine's yes.
Then you move on.
Okay,
Which, if you
Okay.
remember, is the question I asked.
so,
I was kind of spaced out.
oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
And when you want me to come by and say, yes, young people, you are right.
There's orange in this.
Um,
Okay, directions count your toothpicks. Make
I'm just
sure
gonna
Stick
start
your
saying,
finger in
yeah,
your
you're
mouth
right.
before you say that.
Even if you're not.
I don't want to hear it.
Did you get your
I was explaining it to you. Jeez.
Next page.
You are allowed to
Okay,
use letters that are not the
So we
same.
have to figure out, okay,
You have to.
everything will make
Get around it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get coffee.
Okay, when you have
so capital G, and then R,
two green fields and G, but don't write G, because all of them are going to be
Wrong.
There's no possibility.
GG has to be closed.
GG,
Orange.
well, where,
Oh,
Orange.
it's just that's it.
All caps.
can we not put?
You can't use orange.
Why not?
That's what they said, I'm pretty sure.
Why can't we use orange, Mr. Schneider?
It says in your directions.
And the GR.
I'm sorry.
But that's not, there's no Y,
Okay.
there's no possibility.
Stupid crap like that.
So then we got no Y, D, Y, no possibility.
What do you?
We can cross a GR.
How do you get R's?
Cross
RR. And maybe YR?
Now I
Yeah.
know that
No.
if this
Our R's are
goes-
big, right? Or little? Little, because they're.
Yeah, and then that's it. It's all just how you win the game.
And this is gonna seem really, really
Yes,
good.
because why?
Yellow is YY.
So get some GG,
I'm gonna take a long walk.
You take a long walk of a short period.
I'm assuming R yellow is fine.
Well, this one now.
And then let's say Y, and then YR.
So yes.
Yeah.
This is great.
Two.
And then,
What'd you say?
Here's
You
the
Nothing.
know what?
Say
Nothing.
that only in the
Give me
possible.
nothing.
Daniel's either big win or square.
But
Why'd you do YR? You can't do that.
Oh, man, okay. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Right? Well, I don't know either.
Stupid.
Hey, I don't know either. I'm just guessing.
Which one's stable?
I can have up YR.
Okay, fine, let's just do RY and YR. I don't care.
Are you being serious? Because I can't tell right now. We just talked about it.
You're not going to sometimes.
Erica,
Right here.
shut your face.
Okay, can you
First
make
generation.
and two red pillars green off? No, because no,
Stay in pairs.
Whenever Daniel misspells blood, goes to say.
no, because the red fish won't have any.
Go next.
Because the red fish won't have any green.
Table 6. Table 8.
Ah!
There you go.
So, Can I print this off? Darn it.
Once you read all the instructions and you get the hang of what you're doing, you'll be able to stay right here.
Okay, so what it's saying is,
You can't yell
I
at
can't
me.
yell at you.
It's an allele.
I tried.
No.
Quickly.
so what it's asking is make
And they wouldn't have any.
like two for each.
No.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay, pull out the jeans. Where are the jeans?
Right here.
No. Where are they supposed to be?
Because then the orange fish won't have any reds or else it would be a red fish.
Then move on.
But if we don't have that, then we're gonna.
Phil.
Have you talked to Tom?
Yes.
What's he think?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you really do.
Set them aside carefully.
So these
So-
would be the
Number 3.
Would it be all of them?
Oh, great.
Or do we have to do something
So-
specific?
Orange, you need to have.
Make a first generation of fish. Yep, you would.
That's fine.
So you need to.
No.
Can a green fish may have an orange fish offspring? Yes.
Why or why not?
Because green, because the fishes.
Because the
Yeah.
fish, there's
You want to put them all in there?
put them all in.
You're going to pull out two at random.
So put them all in here
Somewhere.
and just pull out two.
No. Mrs. Schneider, Parker thinks there's a word that's fishes. Parker thinks fishes is a word. Is it just fish? Because multiple.
Fishes is kind of acceptable as a world.
So
I think fish is just general, like all that.
Fish is what you guys
So
grew up
then-
with as being the plural, correct?
Mr.
Yeah.
Schneider.
So
So
we
then I have to
should
put
do
it
fish, or
in
do you
first.
I'm doing fishes because that makes sense.
No, fish makes.
Okay, so yes,
Is in the Bible.
because the fishes can be like G-O.
So green and yellow. So this one.
Fishes.
Fish.
Yep.
Oh! So you need to do it 12 times?
And throw those back in there. And mix them all up. And don't let.
And if that's not right, I won't give it free approval.
Free.
And don't pull two at a time.
What?
Pull one. Pull another.
Okay, make a first generation of fish. Do this. Pull out
Yes.
genes, toothpaste, in pairs, without looking at looking and set them carefully so that they stay in pairs. This stimulates the way offspring are
You
formed.
pull one
Offspring
allele, and then you pull another allele.
from the male fish randomly.
Okay.
I'm taking this.
Okay, I know where
Yellow,
to go.
green, yellow.
Okay, make a first generation of
You
fish.
got table A.
Do this
Go
pull
down
out
to the
genes,
step where I.
settings,
I know why they got all brain damage with the capital R's and the capital Y's. Because the teacher that made this, put it on the internet, got brain damage, and put capital R's and capital Y's on the table.
Whenever you say you're gonna change that. So you're brain damaged too.
So it is on the internet.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's stupid stuff on the internet.
Little known fact, there is stupid stuff on the internet.
Hi, Riley.
You have it still.
Mr. Schneider, I have a question. What if you pulled out a yellow one first and then a red? Would it go YR?
I am always bird on
I hate when that happens.
I know, right? When you break your legs and you get all angry.
So, I think
That's
Sarah
our
wants
other.
we're supposed to put capital G and then Y.
Page.
Well, I'm just making it like that.
That's just one of the bonuses you get with games.
Yeah.
She'll put a fish all over it. Well, yeah. It is.
And the resulting.
Darn it!
Oh, wait.
Paige, stop being mean to Parker.
Page is a bully.
Yeah.
No.
Those two.
Make
R and R.
this.
That's the yellow and red.
So they stay in pairs.
It's RY.
Put them aside.
Okay, once you've drawn your 12 pairs, once you've drawn 12 pairs, you record
I got a yellow and a yellow fish.
table
Awesome.
Y.
Which generation are you on?
First.
Table A.
So,
You gotta go find table A. Looks like this
Yeah,
area.
I'll let you do that.
Fine.
Mrs. Schneider.
Mr. Schneider, can I have
Wow.
What the heck?
Mr. Schneider.
I don't have enough for everybody.
They don't really know.
I did that too.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would work out perfectly.
And all those found table A park.
Oh, did you? Okay. So, check out the door. It's that three years of door this thing in. Okay, so to make the first generation of fish, to do this point like this, you have to appear. Like when I'm so ticked off, okay. Count it, the number of fish off the string.
You read them
So big.
I drew this one first. I was like,
That's all.
Normally you would.
oh,
So it says, this simulates the way the athlete responded from the male fish.
You should have seen me. I slid like a baseball player in our game one time. We could actually do
What's the actual fish, Leslie?
things through a hole in it.
Is that your
Mr. Schneider,
Hmm.
is it a travel if you like slide with the ball? Like you're already on the ground?
Even if you dive and you're sliding and you pick it up and throw it to somebody else, if you possess and throw while you're sliding, you possess while you're sliding.
Art is always. No, like, the ball is on the ground and I came in and slid into it and then grabbed it. And slid for a little bit more.
it's gonna be one messed up fish.
Okay.
I got a
And there is a
yellow.
purpose
You
to
can do
it.
while you're
I
sliding.
got a yellow,
Yeah?
and then a down.
If you slide towards
So,
out of bounds,
and I got a red.
Mr. Can I go get a drink of water? I'm really
whack it over that way.
That's the one messed up fish.
That ref was a nice guy then.
You can't grab it.
Okay, so now I gotta go
How
back
far
up.
did you slide?
Sweet biscuits.
I feed probably from here to here.
And when exactly did you grab a hold of it? And when exactly did you touch it? And when did you possess it? Because they're different. You can touch the ball and slide, you can't possess the ball and slide.
Mr. Sheldon, what does it mean by
So if you,
numbers of each color?
Yeah, we have.
when you two things come together, that's when you possess it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so now, okay, we'll start with this part. So it's GR.
Tell how many first generation.
So then, this one,
You
have to finish this chart.
so this one would be green.
That's why that first chart's so important. So you can just look back at it.
What,
No.
what
Like
first chart?
That first chart that you filled out that he explained up on
Okay,
the
now
board.
second
Can only
one.
be
It's
a
on
G.
page 1.
We got
The
the
mother
melon.
can be a G,
G
or
yellow.
GY, or GT. The father
Yeah.
can be a
Aha.
G or GY.
So they're
That
together,
can be a G.
so they're together, they're GR.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more
We
sense.
do not have one orange or green.
That's what I was trying to do up there.
Hi, Jimmy.
So they came down to get the GR.
How was the game yesterday?
But I'm confused, if it does, because if it says GY, technically the bigger aspect of it would be green, but then there is a chance of one
Oh, it's
would
yellow.
be yellow.
Orange! I have an orange fish! Woohoo!
Did you have to
Should I
take
do
a
both
test?
forward this then?
Yeah. Did you have to answer a whole bunch of questions, or did you have to write?
See, these are the combination of the alleles two going.
Fun, fun, fun.
So you could have
I'll bet you loved that, didn't you?
green egg, and you could have a yellow red, and they would still be.
Now we got a whole bunch of people doing a whole bunch of things, and we didn't think you were coming.
So this is
Okay. Then,
Mr. Schneider, what is this? Like, no, like, orangey, yellow, light green. You know what I mean, Mr. Schneider?
I do. I
G
don't know
yellow.
what it's called.
Mr. Schneider, do you know what this piece of your arm is called? 11 is.
Where?
Your elbow.
That would be your, elbow?
Dust collector.
Mrs. Schneider, I have a question.
No, it's not like,
There's a bone there?
You should have bluefish.
no, it feels like a muscle.
Okay, so
1/5, 2/5 redfish.
Mr. Schneider.
Redfish. 2.
no, just kidding, we
Have
have
you
to
discussed this with him? Yes.
Oh, ligament. What's that? Does it hurt?
We had orange, we had green, but no other.
That hurt?
And then that's it. Congrats, Paige, you did it. And I believe you.
This one is.
I only have orange and green fish right now.
Count the number of each color.
Schneider. Mrs. Schneider. Alright, this one I have red and green. What do I put? Do I put red or do I put green? Green. Can I put green?
Back to that chart, you should have GR in your green.
Mr. Schneider.
Yeah, then I should have green.
So,
I
red and yellow,
only have,
that
I
make
only have,
generation.
I have one now. And then the rest of them are green. Boring!
Okay, first generation, we have.
Wait, it says Gavin Yellowfish.
There it says.
We're on this set.
I know, we already recorded them.
Combining a red and yellow gene. Slow down.
So you're saying that if we remove some things from the gene pool, the chances of them reproducing in the future are better?
Yeah.
Yes, but you removed 2 alleles.
Is that one a good one? Yeah. Kind of hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 out of 8, right? That's 25%.
Yeah.
I'm not good at math.
The big leaf turned brown.
Oh, so there is no orange. So we cannot make
So that's 25%.
So how do you move these
So, wait,
orange?
so remember, this one, you have to get rid of all the yellow ones. That sucks.
Wait, you don't want to be a yellow fish.
But how can you, but how do they all get eaten? I mean,
Okay.
they can camouflage better than the orange ones and the red.
I need to read this.
Stop here.
Okay, ready?
So which one are you gonna write first? Leaf turned brown.
And 1 yellow. So 2 yellow.
Well, it sucks to be a yellow fish
I know, right?
because they all get eaten.
Why is that?
I don't know, it says right here. The stream where the fish live is very green and lush with lots of vegetation, algae covering the stream bed. The green fish are very well camouflaged predators. The red and orange fish are fairly well also. However, none of the yellow fish survive or reproduce because the predators can easily spot them in the green algae environment. So any yellow fish you have, fish in which both toothpicks are yellow, set those toothpicks aside. So they're all dead.
Oh, what do I think I'm doing?
Killing.
Slaying.
No, it says the stream is the same thing we did.
Right, Mason.
Yes.
So we have all survivors.
Okay, great. All right.
Yes.
Next one.
No,
Fish.
no.
Green. What page?
What? Alright.
Can't wait.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, read it. It's right here. Okay, read it.
First generation.
Yeah. Then the stream.
Yeah, we need to have
Stream
this
is very green. Was they survived.
Now we go on and we talk about the
In the environment where the red and orange fish fairly or another shellfish
Getting longer too fast.
I'm on the second
can easily spot them in green environment. If you have any yellowfish and with both toothpicks are yellow, they're supposed to survive.
What
Yeah,
happened?
but we didn't have it. So we
What-
had one.
what
They have one right there. I see it.
Yeah, right there.
Parker, what's
There's your dad.
Got angry.
Did you stab yourself?
No, I didn't.
Now we're gonna go on second generation.
What did he do?
Right here, okay?
What did he do?
Follow directions for once.
Let's just
Okay.
Grab that speaker, please.
Time out, let me
when we draw, do we
And this
keep those ones that we drew out?
Please.
I don't know.
Did you put them back in the last time?
Okay, two would be red,
Hold 2 and then put them back into the pile.
What?
yeah.
To your first one.
Now you're perfect.
babies.
Bug. No,
It doesn't work like that in the real world.
I don't want to.
You have to be like,
He's in control.
But it looks good enough.
I know, but we'll see how. Right, we'll see how it
there's 10 in there.
out for you.
Then do I have to restart?
Before we got
Put
right.
this away.
In a
You even know how to
world,
spell?
yes.
That's what I
You
should.
should.
But I'm not going
But don't,
to.
it's yourself right now. and
Hey,
then
Parker,
use
get
you
back
as
here.
test as to what happens when.
So then these ones I take these.
Take out, yes.
Okay.
Oh, man, I'm dying.
Why are you dying?
Because Parker's cracking me up.
But I think if I understand it right, we have to shake it out and not look. 7 down, red. What do I do?
Parker, are you having a bad day?
Paige, I think you was high.
The next one is red.
I said, what do I do?
Started up out when I woke up.
Paige,
Still laughing at Parker.
what do I do?
Do you have your BS flight?
I do. Who needs to get pelted?
Okay, so
Alex, you raise your hand right now so you can't
you
call.
wrote.
And then the
Okay.
next one is.
Count the number of each color of offspring and record them in the table. Okay, you did.
Thank you. Well, yes.
The stream where the fish live is very green. Lush, lots of vegetation.
Do you even know where we're at?
Yes, we're at 4!
Great cooperation. Cooperate more quietly. What do you at?
That's not even like. Paige's over there busting a
Mr.
nut.
Schneider, do you want them to, just a minute, Jason, do you want them to use percentages as well as numbers?
Oh my goodness.
To be exactly should,
You pulled out
but it's something they
Somebody
can do
just
after.
scream.
That can be
They
done.
do that real time.
Right now you need to gather
I'm
data
gonna push you off.
and you need to report data.
Mrs. Schneider.
Hang on, just a minute.
Okay.
This is.
Later you can analyze it.
Right, figure it out.
Right there! I
Yes.
was reading it!
I already read it.
What problem are you guys even on?
4, second part 4.
Where all the yellowfish die?
You have any yellowfish?
Yeah, they all die. So you can take all the yellowfish out. And then all you can use is
No, that's wrong.
No. If you don't have any yellowfish, all you can use is green and
Both in which toothpicks are yellow, special toothpick sex, so that it was in your
And then
group.
translate what
I don't wanna
happened
make
here
a mistake.
Damn it,
to the
Paige.
real world.
Not to mention,
for
you
a
are
second
making,
generation fish,
not to
you
mention,
can't
you're
have
making an assumption about what
No, you could.
Red.
And my,
No, that's wrong.
You can,
You're
but you
wrong.
have to take out the, like, the
Parker, we
fish
only have to
hairs.
take out like 2.
The fish hairs. I'll clamp your nipples, Mason.
What?
I dare you to.
What? You won't go?
please go.
Red bore, eh?
The name's Trevor.
Could you say
Taylor, do
this scenario for the whole trip?
Right now, Mr. Schneider. What?
Taylor got 2 kicks.
Or could you go to
Yeah,
the
they're
back
very
and
white.
find out
Whoa!
only 1% die? Our experiment is off.
They look like the 90s.
Set aside yellow.
Don't judge.
Yellow. You die.
Red bore.
it's your. No, what you're doing is you're taking what you think happens in the wild, and I'm asking you to prove it.
That our fish, like, how they only produce one
You got one little dead one hanging over here.
He's in my
So do we take the yellow ones out again?
But now, in
No,
this
no.
particular deal, you're saying that
Double yellow.
We had 2 die in the first round.
Not to mention
You made bad fish.
Wait, so Paige, you only have to take out
large
2?
numbers that they.
Well, see, we only had one yellow.
I only have 2 yellowfish.
So you just gotta take out that many toothpicks, I think.
No, wait. No, I only have 1 yellowfish. So you only take out 2.
Paige,
Yeah, that's what we're good. And the
Oh,
it's found, please write your name and put back. I put your name and put
spelling to
And it's
come.
F-U-K-D-A-D-D-Y. Or
That's awesome.
D-A-D-D-I. Okay.
So we have to take out these two.
Because Whisper was saying the orange ones and the yellow
And it's
are
really, really close to right.
But all jeans you have black natural jeans for.
Oh my gosh.
Stop killing my
Try to understand it while you're doing it, but really focus on the process and get it done. If you can understand it.
I'm throwing BS flags on answers.
All you can
You
make
can't pull the S flag on us.
done.
I'm doing this wrong.
Paige, don't let her see your work. She's coming.
I don't have answers yet.
We have answers.
I want you to hang out with Parker and Paige, and they're going to explain what they do as they do it, okay? They're pulling toothpicks out to represent.
Don't look.
Alright, Mrs. Schneider, I have a question.
Taylor and Hunter got there before anybody else.
Genotype is there.
Them on.
They're gonna
But if
pull
you guys wanted to have a little chat.
genes out.
Rather, you're cheating.
Down. And she needs some motivation.
Don't even look it up.
I am working. We are getting a lot done.
Poker every once in a while.
Alright, so-
You hang out with these guys as part of the group, okay? Just listen to them. They'll tell you that's what is. You're gonna listen to them as they do this pull out. They might even let you pull out some genes.
So I only had one yellow. So I only had to pull out two toothpicks. Well, it says if you have any yellow fish,
I
fish
said
and
hi. I
those
think that's
toothpicks
the
are
guy
yellow,
home.
those toothpicks are the size. So I only
told me to
had
tell you that.
Yep, that's exactly what I said.
Like the, where it's 100%
And then it says return surviving fish.
Wait,
I want to do
any
So
yellow?
that means I only have 6 yellows.
Oh, write it down first.
No.
You're supposed to write it down.
No. So GG.
It tells you.
Hey, stop using the
I don't know the directions.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Because
You don't want the
Paige.
yellow fish because they're easily
Dominic.
He's yelling at me.
No, I wanted a dead baby.
Wow.
It says you need to
Gracious.
one fish are fairly well also.
Okay.
So we used to go back to.
I could have caught that on.
Is Swivl on?
Yellow fish so far?
I said you should check with
Mr.
them and see. Because you guys are guessing and you guys are unsure. And you
Swivl.
should always be sure. In science, you should always be sure. If you're unsure, you should check.
What? Oh, you said my mom? Jamin, do you see what he's giving me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Do I put R-Y or?
Yeah, just blindly pulled them out.
You two are like a married
cheating
couple.
again.
And you're like an idiot.
Good, I hope I am.
I hope you are as well.
I'm better fathers than you are.
Oh,
I
well,
bet
you
you're
probably
not.
are. Now go down the hole.
Oh yeah?
I only have two.
What's the first generation?
Okay.
Follow the directions.
I haven't got a single yellow.
I just
Do this again right now.
Do the same
Yeah.
exact.
Oh, shit.
Ow. Stop here. Now proceed.
You stole my stool. You should face.
Real world?
Jesus.
Is there everybody else that are
Shut it for you.
Okay, so we do put these aside. You got close. It says that.
gene pool before we go on check?
And then it says stop here. Okay, have all the yellow.
We've only, ready? We've only had one person in here actually do the polling correctly. And after the fact, these guys have now figured it out.
Polling, what do you mean?
Pulling the alleles
Yeah.
out.
Tell
of
us
the
what you did with
main
the
bucket.
first generation.
I didn't take out the toothpicks. I kept
Because
putting them
you-
back in. Because I didn't know.
No, because you did what with them?
You did something with
You
them.
pulled the toothpick out, you pulled another toothpick out, what'd you do with those toothpicks after the fact?
You put them in the first generation column,
Good, and then what'd you do with the two toothpicks?
put them back in the cup.
How come?
Because I didn't know I was supposed to take them
Because
out.
you think you're wrong.
No. You yelled at me for it. And
No, I
you
didn't.
laughed. Yes, you
I
did.
did not, I told
You
you not
laughed
to-
in my
I
face.
told you not to change it, and now we're at the point in time where
You laughed in my
I
face.
did a little bit, yeah.
And then you said to change it on the second
So let me
generation.
ask you, you should probably go there.
How many
You're like a puppy.
How many alleles are there for people in the world?
For any particular trait.
For eye trait, eye color.
2.
Well,
There's brown,
Blue.
there's blue,
Purple.
there's green,
Purple.
and there's some combination of those.
Yes,
right?
it does. Purple does exist.
So wait a second. I want to pull random alleles from the human population. How many toothpicks do I need?
A lot. Like 12 trillion.
Well, there's like 7 billion people on the earth, right?
Yeah.
So I need 14 billion toothpicks.
Yeah.
Is that realistic?
No.
No.
So what if I had 24 toothpicks and I wanted to represent eye color for the whole human population? Can I pull 2 out and leave them out, or do I have to put them back in?
Ah, darn it.
because God bless fish, they're just like some humans and they do things they shouldn't do and they go back into the population and they propagate.
It says set them to the side in the direction.
At
And they
one
make new
point,
fish.
It says set them to a side. It does not say that everywhere.
It says something yellow, and yellow pears.
And where is that? Is that right away at the beginning? First cross?
No.
No, that's like the 3rd time you cross
No,
it,
it's the
right?
first
No, it's
cross.
It
It's
says
first and second.
first generation set them aside. The second generation you're supposed to remember to set them aside, and then it doesn't say anything.
Set aside what?
The yellow.
You had me
The
pears.
yellow.
You set aside yellow fish?
No, the yellow
It says
pears
right
got
here.
yellow pears.
It says,
Time out. Eric is reading.
and this is make the first generation of fish to do is pull out genes in pairs without looking and set them aside carefully so they stay in pairs. Keep reading, and then it says, if you have any yellow fish, you have
Yeah,
to
that's
set them when you're done doing all the pairs.
I did it.
That's after you've already drawn.
I got my second
Yeah, we
generation.
did. And then you only set out those for that pair.
So,
Good, Jeremy.
do we have to pull them out and leave them out, or do we have to put them back in?
It says I can tell you that we've never pulled
The
them out and left
Cowboys did
them out.
yesterday.
Because what you're doing is you are eliminating the options.
Yeah, but it says set them aside, it doesn't say to put those back in. Put all the genes you left back in the gene
Right, and
pool.
they lost.
So then you gotta put the yellow ones back in?
Time out. Very carefully. Second sentence? Yeah.
So they stay in pairs.
Or second half of the first sentence. Says keep them out.
Yeah.
So they stay in pairs.
And then
Is
number.
this realistic?
No.
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 No, it is not. This is not the best way to do this if you want to get random genes in your first generation. But, what do the instructions say?
Set them aside.
There's probably a reason for that, right?
And then in number 6
What do
it
you have
says
to do with them after you set them aside?
After if you
Eliminate
find
the
any yellow
yellows.
pears.
Eliminate the yellow ones, put the rest of them back, and then do it again, right?
and then number 6 it says bring the yellow ones back.
Yes, it does.
And you gotta bring all, and then you gotta bring the 2 pairs that you took out, or the pairs that you took out, put them back in there, and then you make your 3rd generation, and then life is good.
Yes.
So we should.
Bam! I got this down, people.
So now hang on a second. Why does he have that down, and why did me and the science teacher say that's the wrong way to do it?
Damn it.
Sometimes in science class you don't do things exactly the way you should do it in the world.
Exactly, but as
That's why it's very important to follow
long as
directions,
it works.
and it's very important to understand when to follow directions and when not to follow directions.
I'll be honest with you, Mason's getting very different results and he's getting results that are much more accurate.
He didn't follow directions, so.
So for the.
I only have one thing.
Mason followed the directions.
Yeah, I did.
No,
The first
he
one,
didn't
we
read
were
them,
supposed
he
to
just got
set
lucky.
aside.
No, I read them.
We're not.
And
Andy
he
asked
Told us earlier you
questions,
didn't read them.
and he has the answer to the question.
I'm gonna give Ty kudos on that answer too.
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
say?
Ty, say it again.
He didn't read the directions, he just got one.
He didn't read the directions, he just got lucky.
Well, what one
Like his
part?
fish.
One part.
Yeah, you have to read the directions, you have to follow the directions.
Like his
Said to
fish.
put them back in the pool.
You know what,
I would've
Parker?
done that.
No,
Listen,
Shut up.
Continue,
Because your fish were
continue
mating.
on
They
the
got
way you started.
I know.
Mason's gonna continue on the way he started, and we're gonna do comparison between the two here at the end, when we get all that
Yes.
info together.
And that's the capital letters that say don't go past this point.
Right.
Where
Wait,
you're supposed to compare with everybody else in the whole
Wait.
class. We're supposed
So,
to have a group discussion at that point.
when,
Because we want to stop you
so,
before you
like,
do
on my
all
second
this.
generation, you
If
said,
you're doing it
that
wrong.
I should pull them out after I, okay, so I should,
Yeah.
it's like, so after I pull them out, I should sit on the side, or not? Oh, I did that on the, I did that on the second, I did that on the second generation.
That's why
So
this
then
is
third
figured out.
third and fourth, I should just keep them in there.
It's too long for paper. So it's every time you get somewhere, you just pull out like the yellow.
Sure.
But then, well, it doesn't say keep pulling them out. Like we have to read between the lines.
So we have to keep doing what we were doing.
Keep
So we were doing it right?
Yes.
So,
In a different
number
environment,
5,
in a different
all the
question.
genes that you can get back into genes.
Somewhere through this lab, the environment changes.
Right? So our second generation.
Yeah, guys, it's that.
Yeah.
After like this.
Welcome.
Something happens in the environment.
Mrs. Schneider, Mrs. Schneider,
Actually, I'm pulling it up. You can, Brooklyn, you can't change it now.
The environment.
You gotta change the variable.
Mrs. Schneider, I have a question on number
So
6.
before that, everything's the
It
same.
says-
It's all different. Okay.
By direction wise.
They're the bottom. You draw, because I have to write this stuff down. Mine's C.
Oh, you got it?
Says, like, it
I
says
swear you
certain
did.
I kind of understand
third
what
generation. Write down numbers and fourth generation. Now, return survivors of the gene pool. Be sure to set aside any genes from young offspring. So,
Because the yellow ones,
so that means,
because the yellow ones,
It's such a
because
long.
they got eat.
so that means all of them from generation 1 and generation 2 you pull out, or just generation 2.
You shouldn't have generation 1 anymore. Generation 1 should not be separate anymore. Because all of generation 1 had to go back in the pile to make generation 2, right? So generation 1 should not be separate anymore. Generation 2 should
Do
be
what you
separate.
did to begin with.
So we just throw them back in the dish.
Wait, no.
You had to, because you wouldn't have had enough toothpicks to go if you didn't.
Yeah, so I did that right.
I'm thinking,
So then you take all the ones from generation 2, all the other from generation 2.
except the yellow, yep.
All,
So you should have,
all the yellow ones should be pulled out.
you should have all the yellow fish.
Yeah.
Yam?
Did you have any yellow fish?
Yeah.
Are these glass or?
These are phenotypes? Okay, so you have 4 yellow fish, so you should have 8 yellow toothpicks.
That means I have no yellow fish.
That means you have no yellow in your gene pool at all anymore.
Oh my god, I did it right!
What a deal.
Oh my god. Mrs. Schneider, guess what?
Good. Do it.
You all want us to do it exactly the same way.
Yeah. We're done with 8. It's alright.
Don't
You
drop
go
it.
past it and you have to do it all, you just get to learn stuff.
We need that over here.
Okay.
I did it right, because,
Is everybody at 6?
yeah, I am.
Is
Ready to
everybody
stop
at the
and talk?
stop here?
No.
And the clock is at a stop here.
Okay, see, let's stop here.
With 7 minutes of class left, we're gonna stop here.
Mrs. Schneider,
You
guess
got 2
what?
minutes to get yourself ready to stop if you're not ready to stop.
Hey, Mrs. Schneider, guess what? I still did it right, because I had to take out all the yellow
I'm done
ones.
with those.
Ha! What now?
You guys, it's kind of like if everybody in the world could only mate with one person,
That's weird.
that would fit your take the toothpick pairs out and leave them. But that's not what happens, right?
You never know.
You never know.
In reality, I know some men that have 14 children with 10 different wives.
Well, why wouldn't you?
And wives that have children with 5 different
Right.
guys.
Woo!
Question?
This?
We got the questions done
I
after
got it.
stop. Thanks.
No, you should go on.
Okay.
You just messed yourself up majorly.
Now she's not following.
Green, red.
She isn't.
Well, it just said stop and discuss the questions with your partner.
Green.
I'm gonna save my document.
Does it say partner or with the whole class?
It says partner. It
Okay.
says discuss the following 3 questions with your partner and wait for further instructions.
Why would you?
Yes.
Why would you do it with your partners when you already answered the questions with your partners and already agreed
Tells
the
you to
first
do the
time?
4th generation.
Because we
and
need
then
to
it
talk
tells you
about it
stop.
It tells you that the third generation.
Third generation and stop.
Yeah.
Everybody counted the numbers?
I thought that, I read that over here when I was with
Count the numbers of each color of fish offspring and record the numbers in table B where it says first generation.
7
Where's
is draw
table
to
B?
make for.
Everybody go to table B real quick.
And then it says stop.
Go down.
Yes, we did.
All my yellow jeans have disappeared. So I'm golden right now, guys.
Ours haven't disappeared. None of them have disappeared, really.
Are you serious?
No, we have 2 pairs.
Please,
It's
actually
actually
not
not
a
red
good
and green,
thing.
red and green, red and green.
Table B. Color of offspring. First generation. Green. How many?
7.
7.
7.
8.
All pretty close to the same. How about that?
Just
First
like
generation red.
3. 2.
Yeah, we got 2.
1.
0, 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to average out to 1.5 or so.
I didn't get a single red one in my first generation.
Okay? How about orange?
1.
1.
2.
No, 2, 3.
2.
0.
3. 3.
Couple of 1s, a 0, a 3, and a 5.
And a 4.
4.
And a 4.
And a 0.
So we're going to average 1.5 again. And yellow.
1.
2.
1.
0.
2 is a high number, a couple of
3.
zeros, so we're going to average 1.
Wow, it sounds like we're.
I got 9 greens and 0 reds.
Chill.
Haley, what's
Second generation. Green.
6.
5.
7.
6, 5, 7. So we're still high numbers. Red.
1.
2.
1.
1 red.
That one got lower, didn't it?
Ours stayed the same.
What about orange?
0. 0.
2.
0.
3.
That one got a little bit lower, but not much.
Wait,
The same.
second? Is it second?
Second generation.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, we got 4.
Oh. There's still a couple of high ones, but most of them are lower.
Ours
Yellow. Second
4.
generation.
4.
2.
1.
1.
4.
Oh, 1. Sorry.
We got one goofball with 4, and everybody else is at 1 or below.
Yeah.
Stuff happens, right?
4
Hey.
yellows and 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I got all,
I've only
but
had
I got
one yellow.
all my yellow jeans eliminated, so
Okay, time out.
so it works.
Last time that there's lots of green seaweed growing everywhere, third generation green.
6.
I didn't do my third generation
4.
yet.
6.
8.
Only 1 got lower there, and I'm hearing a lot more 8s and 7s.
We
than
got
we
a
did
6.
before.
We have a
Yes,
6
sir.
too.
Okay? Red in the third generation.
2.
The high number is 2, and everybody else is below that, so that one is getting lower and lower, isn't it?
We have 2.
Why would red be getting lower and lower in a green environment?
Because green are dominant.
Because green are camouflage.
Because green is camouflaged and red is not. What's the least camouflaged color?
Obviously
In a
yellow.
green environment?
Yellow.
Yellow. So can I assume that orange is going to have numbers that are in between the red and the yellow because
Yeah.
it's hidden better than the yellow but not as good as the orange?
green?
Does that match up with class numbers though? Hang on a second. Class numbers for third generation red. One more time.
1.
2.
2.
Young people, stop
For
putting
which
your
one?
computers away.
Third generation red.
1.
1,
I'm not putting my charger away.
2. So we're at about 1.5 on red. Orange is
3.
0.
4.
0, 4, 1.
2.
I'm gonna have 0 orange because
2,
I don't have any
3.
yellow.
Orange is going to be about the same. Yellow.
1.
0. 0.
0.
3 zeros,
0.
4 zeros, and a 1 and a 2
Wait, 0.
and a 0. Somebody said 2.
Daniel said 2. I think.
Okay.
Well, Daniel's weird.
That means
Yeah.
my population is
With 4 zeros, a 1 and a 2, what's your average? Less than 1, right? We
my
have 3 and we divide it by 7.
my population
3
is gonna
total
be green
points.
and red.
We divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. So we're at 2 yet.
My third generation population is just gonna be green and red.
What happens in the 7th generation?
Basically,
Yellows?
Fourth generation.
No, 7th.
Oh, you want them to
Extrapolate. Go beyond the data that you have.
it's
By the
basically
7th generation, how many yellows do you have?
0.
Probably
How many oranges do you have?
Probably zero,
Zero.
because if you don't have
They're
any,
all green.
But
Zero or not close, not very
you're
far
voting
from
on
it.
that it's still green, or if all the greenery is still red.
Right, and that's where I wanted you to go.
Oh.
How could you possibly still have red or yellow fish in the 7th generation?
you can't.
If the greenery died, yes, because then the green.
But wait, assume the green stays there.
But the green aren't gonna die
Then
because
all
they're.
that, you wouldn't have any red, yellow, or orange.
Any?
There would be a small
Very
chance
few
of having-
What happens if a green red crosses?
Then you get a red.
You're still going to end up with red offspring from that cross, aren't you?
But then they're all gonna die.
Or a green red and a green yellow
You get orange.
cross. You can still have oranges popping up, with the frequency being
Very,
very low.
That's all.
Very low. Okay?
Don't go anywhere. This document as it exists, Isabel, I'm not done yet. This document as it exists needs to be turned in today, regardless of where you're at, and then from there on we can teach you how to use the annotate tool.
Awesome.
say that.
So do you just want the other person?
No, you all need to have your own documents, you all need to have your own answers, and I have read some of your answers to the questions, and I'm gonna throw BS flags on a lot of them. Make sure that you are not being vague in general.
Mrs. Schneider, do you want the toothpicks?
The toothpicks need to be sorted and put back into little containers.
And just in case
Yeah.
something
So
really
here's
bad
the deal
happens,
with that.
that little Folgers
Daniel,
can up
I
there in the
cannot
top
allow
left hand
people to
corner.
bring more stuff together on top of the
I
table.
probably start a.
And if that continues to happen, I'm not only gonna give them zero, I'm gonna give you.
Fine.
No, here's the deal. It needs to be written by
I hate
both of you, not
you.
just by one of you.
And you Parker.
We rate it.
But you're not, you're writing stuff and she's sitting there.
You're
Yeah, but we're
Right.
working together.
I
You should be writing
It's
your
not-
answers down on your paper.
You work together, but you think independently.
Correct.
come.
Go to dinner. Yes.
Your brain cannot be plugged into his.
Where did these go?
Therefore,
Let's turn over for.
Yeah, put stuff away correctly. If I find red and blue things together, I'm
these
gonna
But
go.
there's not blue.
I know.
I don't
But-
know where they go.